Hi everyone, Carrie here from The Dog Thinks What, and thank you for pushing the play button. Super excited to bring this to you today. I've been working on this and some other projects here for a while now, and I just got enough courage to put them out there. So what I have for you today is a short informational video on potty training, and what I'm including is the 4 components that I find that are necessary to successfully potty train your puppy, and it could also be applied to an older dog if needed. So you know, 50% of the people that contact me are having problems with this specific issue, so I wanted to make sure that I had some information that I could send them to right away that they could take a look at first, before we needed to do anything else, because maybe they were missing, one of the 4 components or what have you. So yeah, I want to make sure that I'm valuable to you guys, because I really appreciate all that you do with the liking and the commenting and the sharing and everything else. I want to make sure that I pay you guys back with some worthwhile information. So having said that, if there's something that you would like me to do one of these videos on, please message me and let me know, and I'll see what I can do, okay? So in the meantime, take a look at the video. I hope you enjoy it. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about it. Have a nice day. All right, so the first one is going to be crate training, okay? So when you get a dog, you want to make sure that you get a nice crate for the dog, a nice, safe, secure crate. If you feel like, oh, my puppy's really scared about a lot of stuff, maybe you want to think about getting an airline carrier type crate. Those are the plastic ones that are covered. And then if you haven't seen any signs like that since you picked up the puppy or got the dog, then you could just go ahead and get a regular wire crate for that dog. You want to make sure that the crate is appropriate to the size of the puppy or the dog. The dog should be able to stand up in the crate and should be able to lay down in the crate. As a rule of thumb, dogs will not potty in the same area that they sleep in. So, and as an added bonus, if you're feeding your dog in the crate and you are feeding the dog by putting the food on the crate floor, that will also help to prevent accidents in the crate, because they won't go potty where they sleep or eat. So if you give them too much space, what happens is you just, you leave room for them to go potty over in the corner and then come over and curl up. I know a lot of people like to put bedding or blankets in the crate with the dog, especially if that dog has too much space. What's going to happen is that now the dog can go potty in the corner and push their bedding or their bedding or their blanket over there and cover it up. So you're kind of defeating the purpose. Save your bedding and your blankets for when the dog is outside of the crate. Get a crate, make sure it's the right size, don't put a bunch of extra stuff in there, and know that the dog should be in there a lot of the time, all right? Dog should be in there while you're sleeping, dog should be in there while you're at work, and the dog should be in there when you can't watch it. And for most of us, that's at least 80% of the time, and there's nothing wrong with that. So the next thing is going to be schedule, okay? If you have a small dog, your schedule is going to be much stricter and frequent than somebody who has a medium large or extra large dog. Small dogs, as a puppy, they need to go out anywhere from 30 minutes to an hour to go potty, especially if they're having, unlimited access to water, and, hopefully you're not giving them unlimited access to food, but if they do have unlimited access to food, that stuff is going right through them. Ideally, a schedule for, let's start with a small dog, would be something like this. Dog sleeps in the crate, wake up in the morning, take the dog out to go potty, be outside 10 or 15 minutes-ish, depending, you know, maybe the dog is gonna go potty real quick, maybe the dog is not gonna go potty real quick. So, you know, give dog 10, 15 minutes. If the dog goes potty and goes number 1 and number 2, bring the dog back in the house. Let the dog have some free time, but not too much. Like, don't give it a total run of the house. Just let it be in the room with you, let it play, let it have some water, give it its morning breakfast, so on and so forth, okay? Then, about a half hour goes by after the dog has eaten and has something to drink, take dog back outside, okay? Hopefully the dog is going to go potty at that time. If it's been like about 5 or 10 minutes you're outside, dog doesn't go potty, bring the dog back in the house, put the dog in the crate for another 10 or 15 minutes, don't push it, okay? Because you're, again, if the dog ate or drank, you're only looking at about an hour tops. Take the dog back outside, go potty, okay? That's what it's going to look like for most of the time. Dog goes potty, dog can have some free time, dog doesn't go potty, dog goes back in the crate until they go potty, okay? So the last thing to really think about here with the crate training and the extended time in the crate is going to be, what do we do overnight and what do we do while we're at work, basically, or what do we do to prepare for that long period of time, all right? So at night you want to make sure that you cut off the water an hour before, maybe an hour and a half before the puppy goes to sleep, so they don't have anything in their system. Hopefully they empty all of that out before you go to bed, so you can get about, you know, 3, 4, 5 hours, depending on how small the dog is, of sleep before the dog wants to go out in the middle of the night again. You can take the dog out in the middle of the night, but what I advise on that is make sure that when you get out there to go potty, that you're doing go potty and then come back in the house and go right back in the crate. So the same thing is going to apply when you're getting ready to go for work in the morning. You want to try to cut off some water. You know, it's depending on what your morning schedule looks like. I know it's going to be kind of hard because when the dog gets up, the dog is going to need to get some water. So hopefully you give yourself enough time for them to get the water that they need in the morning, eliminate that water before you leave, cut the water off after they, you know, get their initial water, so that they aren't sitting there for your 8 or 9 hour day inside the crate. So for puppies, for a regular size, medium, large, or extra large dog, you're looking at an hour and a half to 2 hours that you would have once the dog has gone potty, okay? That changes if they drink a lot of water or they eat. So what I'm talking about is this. Dog goes out and goes potty, comes back in the house. If you don't give them any treats or any food and they don't drink a lot of water, you'll have an hour and a half to 2 hours, okay? But if they go outside and they go potty and they come back in and then you feed them and they drink some water, now you're looking at, in the next 20 to 30 minutes, the dog is probably going to need to go back outside. Really just write it down is the simplest way, and start keeping track of, okay, I took the dog out at 6 a.m. and the dog went potty and then the dog did this and so on and so forth, and you write all these things down and you'll see the pattern. Within, you know, within 2 or 3 days you'll say, oh, I got this. Like, I know when this dog is going potty. The more that you're able to predict the behavior of the dog, the more you will be able to set the dog up for success and don't have any accidents. So the next thing on the list is going to be rewarding consistently, and, you know, making sure that the value of the reward is something that the dog wants. So I'm going to take the dog out. I'm going to take the dog out on a leash. And I am going to let the dog sniff around. I'm not going to say anything to the dog. I'm not going to talk to the dog. I'm not going to say, oh, look at you going sniffing over there. I hope you got to go potty soon because I got to hurry up and get in there and cook dinner. ah, la, 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 la. Don't say nothing, okay? Just go out, wait for the dog to go potty. Now, as soon as the dog squats and goes potty, you're gonna say, go potty. And you're gonna wait for the dog to get done, and then you are gonna be so excited, right? Oh, good boy, good potty, good potty. And then give the dog its treat, okay? And you can give it 2 or 3 treats, whatever it is. And then that's it. The other thing I want to make sure that I stress here is that the part where I said as soon as the dog is done going potty to go right back in the house. Because when you do that, you're showing the dog, we go outside, as soon as you go potty you get a reward, and that's what being outside is for. Now, I'm not saying never play with the dog outside, I'm just saying do it in a separate session. So you could go back in the house, wait a couple minutes, and then go back outside and then say, let's play a game, puppy, or something like that. What I recommend is make sure that you are using an enzymatic cleaner. So I wipe up whatever the accidents are, I spray my enzymatic cleaner on there, I let it sit for a couple minutes, and then I wipe it clean, all right? On top of the enzymatic cleaner, I wait, I don't know, about an hour or 2 so that way that thing, it's fully dried, did its job, what it's supposed to do. And what I use is this, it's called KOE, Kennel Odor Eliminator. It's not a mask, not an enzyme, it eliminates odors. And this stuff works miracles. The last thing pertaining to accidents is this. You always ignore an accident when you didn't see it. That's the first, it doesn't matter, okay? That's the rule all the time. Right away, the best thing to do is if the puppy starts to squat, just pick the puppy up, take the puppy outside, and let the puppy continue to go potty and reward the puppy outside. If you call me and the dog's having an accident once a week, I mean, that's not that bad if the dog is 3 months old, 4 months old, 5 months old, 6 months old. But if a dog's having an accident once a day, twice a day, then you might need some help. If the dog's a year old and still having an accident once a week, maybe we should take a look at how long the dog is going without going potty, so on and so forth. But if you follow those directions, you really shouldn't have any problem potty training the dog. Just to recap what we talked about, get yourself a crate, make sure it's the right size. Dog should be able to stand up and lay down in the crate. Make sure that you are writing down when the dog goes potty so that you can create a schedule and stick to the schedule consistently, and you can anticipate when the dog is going to need to potty so you can take the dog outside to potty. All right? Make sure you're rewarding consistently and that reward is valuable. Also, don't say the word potty until they're going. And as soon as they go potty. When they're finished going potty, good boy, good potty, yay. Give them some treats. And last but not least, make sure you have the proper stuff to clean up the potty in the home and that you're very diligent about cleaning it up. And if they do have an accident and you didn't see them, what do? Nothing, right? And if you catch them in the accident, pick them up, take them outside, and still reward the behavior. Don't be frustrated. Thank you for taking the time to listen to me ramble, guys. I really appreciate it. Have a nice day.